Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I have an update for you guys. It is a little bit early, but I have a bit of a scratchy throat and I don't want to take the chance of delaying my update, so I would rather be just a few days early. So I'm just trying to get this caught up right now. So I'm going to update you on my That's Expensive. I hope my whatever this is doesn't get worse than what I'm at right now. I'm just exhausted and I have a tiny little tickle in my throat, so hopefully I'll be okay. So I'm watching the That's Expensive Project Pan. I'm watching like all the updates I can because it's so interesting to see everybody doing this project, and I was late to joining this, but I had to do it because I have so many expensive products like skincare and palettes and things like that, which I don't have any palettes like eyeshadow palettes in here, but I have potential to add them. Once I roll something out, I can always add something later. I don't know, I can't remember how many you add in. Misty from Misty Pants created this, so I want to make sure I shout her out. I will have that information down below as soon as I can. I don't always have the information done right away, so I try to do it as quickly as I possibly can, but we'll see how I feel. I might have to do it later. So I've been watching a ton of people, and I love watching all the different items that people have put in this project. It's so interesting, and just to see the sheer value in things. And I'm trying to do a low buy no buy this year, and I can definitely see where my money is going a lot to makeup and skincare, and it's not that that's a negative thing. I love my stuff, but there's a lot of other things in life I also want to put my money to. So I think getting the use of these things and really trying them and seeing what I enjoy, maybe I could find an alternative that is a lesser value, so I'm not putting out as much money. So this is also teaching me, what do I like? Did I buy something that I maybe shouldn't have put that money out for? Because they are a little more pricey. Just because I say pricey, that does not mean that it can't be drugstore. For some people, that they're like drugstore items are getting very expensive. For example, some lipsticks are like $20, and that's high-end prices as far as I'm concerned. For me, like my high end is more so like mid-end. I don't buy like Gucci. I only have a couple things of Dior, but it was like holiday palettes that you got a couple different things at a discount. So before I go off on too many tangents, just know that if you're not doing this and you really want to join, I highly recommend that you do. A high value is different to everybody. My high value is definitely mid-range or less, but for me, it's still expensive. So I'll show you guys the items that I have. I have a few things that I've completed, which I'm very proud of. So let's go ahead and get started. The first is my Kat Von D Sinner perfume. This is not finished, and I was actually doing really, really well when I started using this the start of the month, but then I had a couple of other things roll in, and those took focus. So I thought I was going to be able to get this completed, but definitely will have this in for a few more months. As you can see, that's where I was, and this is where I am now for the month. So I have quite a bit left. Like, I don't know if you can see, the bottom goes till there. So that's how much I have left. So this, about an inch or so to the bottom, and it tapers down. So that means it's lesser as it gets lower. I love the bottle. I think it's so beautiful, and I may put this on display. It's a little crappy to clean and dust, but it's really pretty. So we'll see. But anyhow, that's how much I've used, and I was actually on track to literally use a lot more of this, but I focused on some other ones that I thought I could complete by the end of the month, and because there's still like a week left, there is still a potential for me to do that. So if not, I'll definitely have that one finished next month, and I could try to finish this in April or May. So that'll be nice to have a couple of perfumes out. So this one was at 208.49 grams, and I'm now at 207.23 grams. So I've used a pretty good amount, but there's definitely still a lot left. Then I also have the Natasha Denona Chromium Liquid Eyeshadow, pardon me, in the shade Dragonfly. and I'll swatch a tiny bit. There isn't too much left in this. As you can see, even one swatch, it's pretty dry and not as opaque as it once was. Let me get a bigger swatch here. I have to really scrape, and you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, but can you see the side showing? There's a huge amount of side. Yeah, you can see it there for sure. There's a whole bunch of windowing, and that's not even me scraping the sides. I can probably make it bigger, but this is the swatch. And it's really pretty, but it's not something that I grab a lot. So it's not something that I would repurchase because this was 37 Canadian dollars. So I'm not interested in repurchasing. As beautiful as that is and as gorgeous as that looks on the eye, it's not something that I'm interested in repurchasing. This was at 20.87 grams and it's now at 20.77 grams. I love that I have this new scale. Valerie, I know you have this now. I want to know if you like it. I totally forgot to get your update on if you like your new scale or not. So let me know, because I'm so interested to find that out. I love this one because it's just a small fraction of use. Normally I wouldn't see that. With my old scale, it was just like grams, like 1 gram per, like the time it would measure from the previous to the next. It would have to be 1 gram per down for me to see it. Does that make sense? I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry. So you only would see it if a gram of product was moved. And this one I can see fractions of a gram moved, and I love that because it makes me really see that I'm still using it even though I'm not using a huge amount of product. It's very different from like a cleanser or a moisturizer. It's just so tiny and you only use a little tiny bit, and I can actually see usage now, so I love that. But I'm going to completion on this, so it's still going to remain in the project. I will go until it either gets scraped out or until I see fit or until it dries out. So I'm going to go as hard as I can, but I have used that so many times in the past, but it's important to me for that, especially that monetary value, to get that done. The next item I have is my Natasha Denona Bloom face palette, and I love the compact size of this. It's great for travel. It's pretty sturdy and hardy. I really like that. It's got a good size mirror, and it's got some really, really nice products in here. Very good for spring and summer. My goal on this is 50 uses, and I currently have 4. Last update, I didn't have any, so that's pretty good. As you can see, I am making some progress on those creams, and I'm also using the blush color, which I want to swatch a little bit here for you guys, just so you can see those do pair really nicely together. So if I wear this cream, you know what, I don't want to touch anymore actually, because I'm not that I'm like using a Kleenex or anything like that, but because I'm not well, I don't want to spread the germies. So yeah, but this is the color of the light blush, so I put this cream one down first and then I put this one over top of it, and I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. But I feel like the deeper creamer blush, even though it shows up a little more rosy on my skin and it's not as opaque and dark as this, I think this complements it so well on top, and I feel like I'm going to go through this faster than I'm going to go through that. So we'll see how that goes, but I definitely am excited that I have 4 uses already, and it's going to be in for pretty much the whole year. But I'm getting some good use. The next is the NARS Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade Laguna, and I love it. I love it. The top looks so scratched up and dirty already. I can't even remember how many times I've used it, but I've only just started using it for a couple of weeks now, and you can see I'm making some pretty good progress. I do have it on today underneath a powder bronzer, or powder contour, pardon me. But I love this. This is the shade that I would use for contouring. It's so beautiful. I don't want to swatch too much stuff except for like if I can use the sponge tip or whatever, the doe foot applicator. I don't want to like stick my fingers or anything into it right now, so I'm sorry about that. But anyhow, I was at 60 grams. Don't know what the other original starting point would be if I had actual like decimal points, but this was 60 and now it's at 59.87. So I definitely have used a little bit of it, and I don't need a lot to make an impact. And I'm not trying to cake it on just to use it up. I want to actually use my makeup as I would normally use it. So some days I'll go heavier, some days I'll go lighter, especially now that I'm back at work. I'm going to use my makeup a lot lighter. They don't really mind if I wear a little bit more, but I also don't want it to be too much, just personally. So I'm using more so my neutral palettes when I'm at work, and like a soft makeup look like this is okay. But too much stronger, I don't think I'd want to go for like a crazy sharp contour, like a night look. I wouldn't want to do that for work, I don't think. So my makeup will get a little less use, but I'm okay as long as I'm using it. That's totally fine. The next is the Sol de Janeiro hair conditioner. I'm not using this yet. I'll probably start using it next month or May. Probably next month, actually. I might use that next month. It smells so good already. Whew, okay. And then it's at 331 grams. I haven't even opened it. I need to start using the stuff instead of sitting on it. I need to just use it. I was going to save it for summer, but if I really like it, because I don't even know if I'm going to like it, but if I like it, I could probably just order another one, or maybe there's like a duo smaller set or something for shampoo and conditioner. I don't know, but I just need to use what I have before it goes bad. And then I also have the Drunk Elephant Serum, which you guys can't see inside of here, but it's incredibly light compared to what it was when I first got it. And it was at 101.66 grams when I, last month when I updated my project, and it's now at 87.76. Because it's only the 24th, there is still a week left of March, but the update goes up on the 28th. And I am hopefully going to try and get this as an empty for the end of the month, because there's literally not much in here at all. I kind of wish I could pop it open and see, but I can't, and I don't want to damage it because I want to use what I can use. But I will be reordering this at the Sephora sale. I love this serum. It's almost like as thick as a moisturizer, but it just soaks right into my skin. It's so good. I love it. It's not too fragranced or heavy. It's just really nice. I like it a lot. And I do want a more Pacific, and I wanted it was at Tata Harper, but they're so expensive. I'm just not ready to fork out over $100 for a serum. In the future maybe, but not right now. So I will be buying this. This is 63 Canadian dollars. So that's something that I would definitely repurchase. So hopefully this will be an empty. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it in my empties video. Probably I will post that on April 1st maybe. So we'll see. And no, that's not a joke. I know that was bad. So the next one I have is, where are we? Oh yeah, Peter Thomas Roth Anti-Aging Cleanser. It looks like this. And it's a really bright orange gel cleanser. It's really nice. It's a little abrasive. I have somewhat sensitive skin, oily skin combination. Sometimes it's dry, depending, of course it's winter, so it's usually dry, but I still get oils in my T-zone. So this can be incredibly sensitive, like right around my eye area down here. I tend to get patches or inflammation in my skin, and I have to be careful how much I use this. So as you can see, I used it a lot less than I did the previous month. Just because I wasn't wearing as much full face, but also because I needed to use up other things, because this was too abrasive in the dry winter. I was gonna say hot winter, that's totally wrong. The dry cold winter. So I love this, and I do have a backup of this already. I ordered it at the last Sephora sale because I thought I would go through this much faster, but our winter has been so dry and so cold that my skin just needs a little bit more of a moisture cleanser than a gel cleanser. That's just too abrasive on my skin. So it was at 134.17 last month, and it is now at 115.2 grams. So I'm doing really well. I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit, and if I use it enough and my skin can handle it, I should be able to have this out in 2 months. So hopefully that is the goal. The next item I have is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. Again, I haven't used any of this, but I'm going to start using this very soon because there's a lot of cream in here, and this is probably something that I will repurchase anyways, just because I love the smell. And then I also have the MAC Complete Comfort Cream, which I wrote it down last time as Studio Moisture Cream. I don't like the Studio Moisture Cream as much as I love the Complete Comfort Cream. This Complete Comfort Cream is amazing. I love it so much. Highly recommend that if you're looking for a very thick moisturizer. Really wonderful, soaks into the skin, keeps you hydrated. I highly recommend this one from MAC, and I have completed that one. I'm really happy about that. I did that, I believe that was yesterday or the day before. It was at 94.13 grams and it is now empty at 71.5 grams. So I'm really happy about that. So that's a one done. So I can cross this off my list. The next is where is it? Oh yeah, the Algenist Genius Collagen Calming Relief Cream. Now that's very hard for me to say, so that's why I say it so slowly. But it looks like this. And I didn't use this one as much last month as I did the previous month. Again, because I was trying to use other things to try and complete them, but I'll still work on this, of course. Plus, this isn't something that I want to power through. I want to use it when I feel like I need that extra plump in my face, give that extra collagen, give my skin a little bit of help. I'm getting older and collagen is super important as a woman, especially. I feel like my skin loses its elasticity and I find that collagen does help. So I love this. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend that you do. It's a little bit pricey. I believe it is $53.90 Canadian. And then you can, of course, find it on a deal. So this one was at 35.66 grams for last month, and it is now at 34.01 grams. So I've used a little bit of it, but it's not something that I power through. I just use it when I feel like I need to. It's not something I just apply every single day. So I could apply it every single day because it is just collagen. It could go right into my skin like routine, but I like how I'm using it and I'm going to just continue to use it that way. I keep getting sidetracked. The next is, okay, this is the Bobbi Brown Eye Base. And this was that little one that I thought was supposed to be an eyeshadow primer. And it's not. It's not. I'm still working on this little one that I squeezed out the foil packets on. And I only have that much left. And I hate it. I started off thinking it was amazing as an eye primer. And then it really was horrible. Just horrible. And now I don't want to use it at all after I've used it under here. I started thinking it was okay. I was applying it with a damp sponge and it was like blending out. And then I would apply my concealer. It settled and made it so dry under my eye. It was so creepy and it just looks so dry and gross. Like, this does not complement my skin whatsoever. So this one will probably, I don't want to open it. I don't want to, like, you know, so I'm not sure if I'll just like give that to someone else or I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm going to remove it from this because I don't like it. I'm going to take it out completely because I just don't like it. And it is a really good, it's a good item to get that monetary value for the end of the year, but I'm not interested in putting it on my skin. I'll finish the sample packets off so that those can be counted as a completion. But even though this is like almost $15 as a completion and it doesn't look like a lot, I have been using this for months and I'm still not done. And those were just foil packets. So that thing would last me till the end of the year. And I'm not interested in putting myself through that for $14 or $15 on my bottom line for my empties goal for the year. It is not worth it. So that one is now out. I don't want to even think about it anymore. The next one is the Clinique Balm, which I added in last month, and it's this makeup remover balm, and it was at 221.89 grams, and it's now at 178.52 grams. I've used quite a bit, and I really enjoy it. It's not my favorite. I think I like the Pharmacy. Is it the green? I can't even remember what it's called. I have a little tiny backup in my skincare drawer, but I apologize, my throat's getting a little scratchy. So yeah, anyhow, I did use up quite a bit of this, but it'll probably be in here for a few more months. But I do have one more of these, so I want to make sure that I continue to use these up and get them out for the end of the year. And those are a $40 value, so if I can get 2 of those out, that would be fantastic. The next is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Dia Bright, which is this one right here, and it's like the size below the large one, and it was at 221.8. No, it wasn't. It was at one. I don't. You know what? I'm not even sure. I think it was at 178.52, and now it's empty. It's all done now. I don't think I wrote down the empty weight because this is incredibly light, and I think the 178.52 was my previous month's weight because I know I didn't weigh this one today. So I have 2 empties, so that's fantastic. I cannot wait to apply those to my bottom line for the end of the year, or end of the month, pardon me. And then the last one, I gotta cross that off. The last one is a new add-in, and I have one more use on one of my other projects, and then this one is coming into this project because I've decided to complete this year. I want it out. And that is the Hourglass Ambient Light Palette. It's $84 Canadian, or at least it was when I purchased it, and I have some pretty good use on it. There's a little bit of flaking and stuff you can see around here. It's kind of dirty. I'm not blowing on my products right now because I don't want to blow germs into my stuff. I have to spray it with isopropyl alcohol after I finish using it, just so there's no extra germs. And I'll do that once I'm done here as well. But I know, TMI. I do want to make sure that I use these up as much as I can. Can I show you? There, you can kind of see this one is almost flat, kind of. This one has a huge, like a hump on it still. It's quite high still. And then this one's getting lower as well. So you can kind of see they're a little bit, this one's a little bit higher than this outside one, but this one is the bronzer, and I want to complete that one up for sure. This one I put mostly all over my face after I put my foundation powder down, and then I just use this as the highlight just on the high points. That's what I'm wearing today, and you can see it's pretty highlighty even for something super soft. So that one will probably last me the longest, and I don't know that I'll be able to complete it entirely, but I'm counting it as an empty at the end of the year. I do not care because I have busted my ass on this for like 3 years. I shouldn't say busted my ass. I used it like 5 times last year, but I want it out, and this year I have been busting my ass on it. So that's an $84 value coming in to this project after I use it one more time in another. That is all of my stuff. I'm sorry this is taking me so long. My throat is, like, my nose is tickling inside and my throat is scratchy. I need to go ahead and lay down. So thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for my state, but I will see you again in the next one. Bye.